Hey everybody, I thought I'd check in for TdF. Yeah, it's really been a big tour for me because I have finished so much yarn. I've got another skein here. So on the rest day, I crocheted a cowl. And so I finished the cowl, and with the leftover yarn, it was Malabrigo lace, which is, you know, they usually only do a 50-gram skein, and it's like 400 yards or something like that. And so I had this leftover Malabrigo, and what I did was I lined up all of the colors. And I've got pictures, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I lined up all the colors, and this is the Malabrigo cowl that I did on the TdF rest day, finished it up. It's a pattern I just did on my own. I did single crochet. Basically, I was just going like a scarf, right? Knitting back and forth. And it was all single crochet here, except for here I did double crochet. Maybe it's triple crochet. Anyways, these. And, you know what I'm noticing on the camera right now is that this has the planned pooling look. Do you know how many times I've tried to get planned pooling? On purpose? What? Do you guys see it? Am I crazy? See how there's these diamonds? There's, I mean, there's a diamond here, 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 here. Like, they really kind of, or am I just crazy? Well, don't answer that. I'm crazy too, but it's almost like planned pooling. Anyways, okay, so yeah, there's no actual pattern for it. It's just single crochet for so many rows, and then do a double crochet V stitch across, and then go back to single crochets. And then here I just, when I put it together, I just did a slip stitch into each of the edge stitches, so together, so that they be combined. And I haven't woven in ends yet, but I love it because it's very light. You know, this is Malabrigo lace, so it's very light, and which is perfect because I'm in the Bay Area, California, so we don't get super, I mean, to me, it's cold, but our weather is usually pretty mild. No snow and stuff. So I really like crochet when it's done with lighter weight yarns. So yeah, Malabrigo lace really fits the bill for that. I apologize for my dog barking. Anyway, so I believe this is the colorway Hummingbird for Malabrigo. Don't quote me. I would have to look it up, because this was, gosh, I have had this yarn. I got this yarn probably 5 years ago or something on my birthday. I know exactly where I got it. I know the day I got it because I bought myself a present. But yeah, so anyways, I bound this off. Good, well done, finished project. Talk about stash busting. Well, so I had all of the leftovers, and what I did was I re-skeined it up so that all of the colors would be where they were when the skein was dyed, and I resist dyed them. So basically anywhere I didn't want to over dye, I tied a really tight piece of string, and basically I kept little blips of the light purple and blips of the chartreuse green, and then besides that the whole thing was over dyed. So it came out really, really good. I love how it came out, and I even love more so the fact that it was used as a plying thread, because Malabrigo lace is a single, so it just worked beautifully. There was no, you know, from being in my stash that long, it had actually, it wasn't looking so good, like felting wise. I mean, when I went to go check, I couldn't tell if there was a twist one way or the other. And when I went to ply, I checked and I tried spinning both ways, and neither way really had an effect that I could see as far as the twist on the yarn was concerned. But again, I also need serious glasses for reading and anything up close. So because I made this video later to be able to show you the cowl, I want to show you, I've made a couple rollags here. So I've got Fire Star and Silk and Corriedale and the different colors, and so it all looks super cute. Well, guess what it looks like on the outside? It's like an Easter egg. So hopefully it'll spin cool, because it doesn't look as pretty on the outside as it does on the inside. But that's not really what it's about. That as long as the fiber's prepped properly and it's gorgeous to spin and it's all, you know, if it works out the way, I should probably do a test run. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna spin up this one roller to see how it works, and then keep uploading the video. Okie doke. Back to me talking about all of this bending your ear. I put in some resists and I over dyed it. So it made a whole new yarn with keeping some pops of color where I had, you know, tied the resists, and this is the result of that. So the top, and I don't have any more left, thank goodness. I've been spinning it forever. I had so much of it, but it is a gorgeous color. You know, it says an awful lot that I can ply that top with anything. Not just has a way with color where she picks amazing color. I mean, that's why we you know, enjoy her fiber and her dye classes because she knows her color. So this is the Rolags that I made and spun from that commercial top. Is merino silk, and it just gives a gorgeous gorgeous single. And I could have kept it as a single, but it is really busy. And so what I've been doing with it is plying it with a more solid color. So this is that same yarn plied with teal, and then this is the same yarn plied with that Malabrigo that I had over dyed. And when I over dyed it, like I said, I've got pictures I will show you. It ended up being like a steel bluish grayish, but then because it was over dyeing, it interacted with the colors that the yarn already was. And the yarn initially was like, it was maybe gray and chartreuse and purple and a blue, like, yeah. So now the pops of color, it was so close to this yellow that was in there, I just thought, you know, I'll leave the chartreuse, a couple pops of that. I'll leave some of the light purple because there's a couple pops of dark purple and light purple and in this top. And boy, it just came out gorgeous. In a sense, when I'm using these solids, it makes the whole yarn look pretty cohesive. And I'm telling you, in person, gorgeous. Soft, oh my gosh, so soft, so soft. So I'm really pleased with everything that I've accomplished so far in Tour de Fleece. I've never, I mean, I haven't spun this much, I want to say, in years. But the thing is even back when I first started spinning and I was, you know, couldn't get enough of it. So, and I really didn't know much else besides spinning and crocheting. So, I've acquired a few more fiber proclivities since then. In any case, so with all this, I have gone deep stash diving. Deep stash diving. And I found the first commercial top I ever bought. And you want to talk about clown wig. This is the cheapest, it must be Ashland Bay, in a, you know, every color of the rainbow except for orange. I've used all the orange up, apparently. But it's not, I want to say it's Corriedale, maybe. It's not a fine wool, it's definitely medium. But I've got all these colors, and I thought, how fun would it be to make just a, you know, a clown wig yarn. And then I found this beautiful rainbow auto wrapping thread, and I've got just a ton of different add-ins, you know, different silk samples, and I don't even know what this is. I actually think it might be tencel, or I don't think it's silk. It doesn't feel like silk. It's very, very soft, but it doesn't feel like silk. I've got some mohair locks here. I've got some sari silk and some silk hankies and some silk waist, and gosh, I've got, of course, you can't not have sparkles, so I got a bunch of different rainbow color sparkles, and I was just gonna sit here and make some fun, like, don't worry about it, you're not gonna ruin it, and if you do, oh well. These fibers were, you know, up to now, the fiber that I've been spinning is so treasured to me. So, it's just been a luxurious, beautiful spin, but I wasn't gonna be, you know, I was gonna spin something that I was sure I was gonna love versus maybe trying something I've never tried before out. Now, I have the book, Spinner's Book of Yarn Designs, and I thought I'd go through this to look through and see if I didn't want to try spinning a few of these. Because I absolutely wouldn't mind doing it. Now, I gotta tell you, so when I made the chained crepe yarn, I used beautiful merino, super soft, like it was like a bullseye bump type fiber prep. It wasn't from loop, wasn't a bullseye bump, but it was a very thin pin roving, and it was gradient, and it was gorgeous. And then I chain plied it, and when it comes down to it, this did not do anything for the softness that fiber had. And because it ends up not being soft, I'm a little bit, you know, of course, it turned out beautiful, but if it's not going to be soft, I would much rather use fiber that I don't mind losing softness on, because it's already not next to skin soft for me. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit here and maybe prep a few fun rollags and add-ins, and just throw caution to the wind and just spin something ugly. Ugly and harsh and just all kinds of fun, which is one of the main reasons you gotta love spinning, because it's just, I mean, come on, you can make thread all the way up to rope. Actually, I wonder if I spun all this, if I could just like keep chain plying it or Andy plying it until I couldn't fit it into the hole anymore. Get your mind out of the gutter and just see, like, some Jan would give it, that's what she said. But in any case, I am really, really pleased with this tour, and I've loved seeing everybody's yarns because they're amazing and inspirational. I want to start calling people out like Romper Room, you know, like um, I loved Amber's yarn. Those little beads and the sweet little curls. And Crystal, she dyed a gradient, a pound's worth of gradient, and spun it, chain plied it all the way through. So when it's worked up, it's gonna have this beautiful color gradation. I don't even know if that's how you say it. But oh, Kristen is actually spinning. You guys, she's so busy all the time. The girl never crafts. Like, and she can craft, you guys. She is so brilliant when she, you know, actually gets to crafting. She's just, it's stunning the things she makes. I kind of want her to get into mini progress keeper polymer clay. Like, I think she'd be good at that. Giving her jobs. But those things are so small and people have so many details. Those are just, I mean, like, hats off. Hands off? I don't know the saying. My hat's off. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm just hugely impressed. The detail of these, you know, mini dollhouse type things, and they look dead on. What else was I gonna say? So, yeah, Crystal's yarn, Kristen's crafting, which is amazing. I'm hoping to see more of that. And I know Crystal Foot has some mohair coming up here. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous fleece. Prime fleece. I would gladly take the you know, non-prime, as it were, because that is even gorgeous. So, and Melissa Uber Lopez, let me tell you guys, she is another one of these closet crafters. Like, you guys, we have the most talented people in this group. It's the Ready Method Fiber group is amazing. Yeah, she makes these really, really cool bracelets out of fiber, and they look like they'd be comfy, and they're very chic. And then she makes this other thing that she calls it a collar, but it literally looks like a fur coat. Well, collar. You know, when somebody's wearing like a nice coat, and then, well, if it's a guy, he's a pimp, and he's stop. Don't bark. Look, he's got something to say. Rambo, be nice. You be nice. Don't give me that look. So, yeah, this collar is so beautiful, and it's, excuse me, you guys, I'm sorry. There's somebody's walking their dog, and I'm having to spray him. Wookie starts breathing like he's just a little munchkin. No barking, please. No. So, this collar that she makes, it's like in the same way, you know, you can have a sheep pelt, but it's humane because it doesn't have any skin, right? Well, so she makes a full-on collar that can pretty much be added to any coat or shrug or just any, like, you can wear this and it looks like you've got this luxurious this luxurious fur coat because it's got all those locks and curls and it just looks stunning. So I'm hoping that Melissa will make more of those, or, you know, let us all take a gander at her fancy work. So I think that's it for now, guys. I'm going to sign off and get to my fiber fun, but I just wanted to check in and show you guys everything I'm doing today, or getting ready to sit down to do today, and also show you these yarns that I spun that I'm absolutely in love with. And really, you know, I have one more bobbin of it, so I actually don't want to ply it on itself. I do want to get one more color, solid, or mostly maybe tonal or pops, but you know, if I, at this point, I've got a gray to a teal. I could go seafoam, maybe. A seafoam or mint, you know, a light color, and it would make a stunning shawl. I have absolutely no idea how much yardage I have. It's not small. I've got a good amount of yardage, and you know, I'm still going. So this would be able to make a big enough shawl. But I could always add stripes of solid of something else if I really wanted to. I mean, this is busy enough that adding in even, you know, a charcoal or a black stripe, segue, panel, whatever. But then again, I've got so much dang hand spun, and I'll never knit it all or weave it all. Well, maybe, you know, if I actually did it, I might get somewhere. But yeah, I've got so much yarn. I really, really have thought strongly about selling more of it, just because, as much as I do love it and want to make something with it, I it's taking so long for me to ever get to. And if somebody can have the chance to make something gorgeous with it, I would really, really enjoy that. If someone was able to go and make something amazing. So yeah, I may sell some more of my hand spun. I haven't put any up in quite some time because I'm really shy about it. But you know, I just feel like if it's meant to be woven or knit or crocheted up by somebody else and enjoyed, and then I would really like for that to happen that way. You know, they say, what do they say? Money makes the world go round. Is that what they say? I'm having the hardest time with sayings. Is it love makes the world go round? Who knows? Whatever, doesn't matter. Because I'm changing it to yarn makes the world go round. Because really, I mean, I'm happy if there's yarn involved, right? So, in that sense, yarn is what makes the world go round. At least my world. So, look at these locks, you guys. Look at how bright that red is. Look at how bright that red is. It's insane. Now, these were actually bought from a little booth at Lambtown years back, and I will say, as gorgeous as they are, their locks bleed so bad. I think it's called crocking. You know, when I was spinning the green, my hands looked like I was the best gardener in the world because I had a green thumb and green index finger and all that stuff. So it'll be interesting to see if this does the same. I have a feeling it will. You know, not everybody knows dyeing, but these are the cutest little locks, and it is a great color, and as long as I'm aware that this is the case with these, again, it's just for fun. This wouldn't ever be put in a yarn that I would, you know, this would be more for practicing or thrashing or you know, trying something new, or because of that crocking situation where the dye comes off on your hands. So that's that, and yeah, I'm loving this TdF, you guys. I'm loving it. And let me tell you that Fix My Mojo spin along that we did beforehand, that was just, you know, that was the ticket, because that's what got all of this ready to go forth and finish and just get involved and get back to spinning. I'd been doing so much knitting that, you know, when we do one craft, some of the others tend to go to the wayside. So this really got me back in touch with spinning, and I'm in love with the skeins that I've made, and it feels very like, you know, I've accomplished something. And here's what I've accomplished. This is some gorgeous, gorgeous yarn that matches my shirt even. Oh, my grandma would say, small things amuse small minds. All right, well, I can't wait to see what you guys have got going on. Make sure you post. I want to see what you're spinning. I want to see what you're making. You know, if you're not able to spin tons, you know, even if you're getting on there for 10 minutes and sharing, you know, fiber stash diving. Go dive into your stash and just recall what you have. I mean, to me, if you can't spin, you're not there, you know, you haven't gotten to a place of the actual treadling yet. Even just going into your stash and doing a dive where you like find some stuff that you didn't know still was around. I mean, I literally, this never crossed my mind as being in my stash. But it's the first I ever bought, and I still have some. So this was the first I ever bought, and then there was some Ashland Bay that was merino silk that, as a brand new spinner, ooh, that was tough because it was so super slick. For a new spinner, this stuff is great because it's pretty, it's longer, and it's stickier, and it's not, you know, short and slick like that silk and merino was. And then the other thing, I know I said I was going to go, but bear with. So the other thing is that when my LYS, who sold me my wheel, they just were like trying to help me get the easiest fibers, because of course I wanted what was pretty and what felt nice. And so they had said silk is a bad idea, so of course I had to get the silk hankies. And I'm gonna go ahead and say this about the silk hankies as a beginning spinner. I didn't stick with it, obviously. I still have all those. But one thing about the silk hankies is because the staple is so long, man, and it won't ever break on you. So your drop spindle really probably won't drop. When I'm spinning silk hankies, I usually end up getting cut in my fingers from drafting because it's so strong. I mean, this stuff will usually thrash my hands. So they did say, you know, it's a terrible fiber for a beginner because that I think they said because it requires a lot of twist, which, I mean, I don't know about you, but as a beginning spinner, I made some of the most overspun yarn ever. Hard as a rock, curly cues that look like coils throughout the whole yarn. So, the fact that silk needed a lot of twist wasn't going to be an issue for me. And because the staple length is so long, it doesn't, you're not as in great of a risk of it breaking and dropping. It's just going to hold on for dear life. But it is pretty hard to draft evenly and thereby getting, you know, the actual skill of how to spin and draft and all of that stuff. For that wool really is better. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed my little hangout sesh, and keep on keeping on. All right, spin and post a lot. Bye.